The cleanest setup on your chart can be the most dangerous. Breakout above resistance, retest holds, strong candle prints, everything looks ready. And that is exactly why retail traders take it. But sometimes that setup is not the entry. Sometimes it is the bait. Because when everyone sees the same trade, they often place their stops in the same place. And once those stops are obvious, price has a reason to go there. So before we call it confirmation, we need to ask a better question. Is this the real move, or is this inducement? Before I continue, if you like my content, please subscribe to my channel and like this video. It really helps. Thank you. Okay, what is a liquidity zone? A liquidity zone is an area where orders may matter. Not one magic line, an area. Old highs, old lows, equal highs, equal lows, order blocks, rejection blocks, liquidity voids, demand and supply zones. Sometimes the liquidity is the target. Sometimes the zone is where price reacts. Sometimes both happen in the same area. And that is why context matters. Price may run into a visible high, take the liquidity, then reject from a block formed around the same move. Or price may sweep an obvious level first, then travel deeper into a reaction zone. Either way, the question is not, is this support or resistance? The better question is price taking liquidity here or reacting from liquidity here? And that difference changes the whole trade. Now look where the stops usually go. Breakout trade, stop below the retest. Support bounce, stop below the low. Resistance short, stop above the high. It feels logical, it feels protected. It feels like risk management. But if this level feels obvious to you, it is obvious to everyone else. That creates a cluster. Not one stop, but many stops. Same idea, same location, same weakness. And once that cluster is sitting there, price does not need to reverse straight away. It can go and collect it first. Now think about what those stops actually are. They are orders. If a long trader gets stopped out, it creates sell pressure. If a short trader gets stopped out, it creates buy pressure. So the obvious level is not just danger, it is usable liquidity. That is why price can push beyond the level first. Not because support failed, not because resistance broke cleanly, but because there are orders sitting there. Retail thinks the stop is protected, but the market often treats it as fuel. And that is where inducement begins. Inducement is the bait. It is the move that makes the trade look ready. A clean breakout, a neat retest, a support bounce, a candle that says, go on then. Retail enters because the setup looks confirmed, but often that entry creates the next pool of liquidity. New longs enter, stops go below retest, late buyers chase. Now the chart has a target underneath it. That doesn't mean the trade must fail, but it does mean the setup is not clean anymore, because the move that pulled traders in may also be the move that exposed them. And this is where the setup flips. The breakout trader is in. The retest looked clean. The stop is tucked neatly underneath. Everything feels controlled. But price dips not that far, just enough, and stops trigger. Late buyers panic. Weak longs get forced out. And suddenly the trade that looked confirmed becomes the liquidity. That is the trap. Not because the market is personal, because obvious entries create obvious exits. And once those exits are sitting there, price can use them before the real move begins. To the charts. Now let's look at the full sequence. We are at resistance and price is about to break through it. And it comes back to retest. Retail sees confirmation. The price comes back and retests the level. That looks even better. This is the inducement. The setup pulls traders in like this. So new longs enter and their stop sits below that retest and resistance level. And stops trigger. The breakout now looks failed. But price does not collapse. It taps a deeper bullish zone. Like that. And that is the real area of interest. Now I'm not buying blindly, I'm watching the reaction. Does price reject the zone? Does it start reclaiming? Does structure shift from the down structure to a market structure shift and breaks of structure to the upside? Currently indecisive. And if this happens, a better long may appear after that sweep. So not straight away. These things take time. But now we have a confirmed uptrend. And it got to your original take profit. This is where PulseFlow really helps me. It does not say buy every sweep. It does not say short every breakout. It filters the setup. Was liquidity taken? Do we have a confirmed shift to the downside? Fair value gap break of structure in the bearish direction. What about market structure? So far doesn't look that good. In the last 30 days has a high win rate and it tends to bounce before it moves down. This is a point where that alert came into PulseFlow, but market structure was not going down, so I wait. I then get a market structure shift and a break of structure to the downside. Also, price is falling more than it is rising against BTC. So if BTC rises 1%, it will rise maybe 2%. If BTC falls 1%, it will fall 5%. And I'm taking a short. That's a good thing should BTC decide to turn up. I'd wait for that bounce into that fair value gap and then I would enter. Trades can take time. That's how PulseFlow separates the bait from a trade worth taking. So the bait is the trade that looks too clean. The breakout everyone sees. The retest everyone trusts. And the stop placement everyone uses. That does not mean the setup is fake. It means the setup is crowded. And crowded setups create liquidity. So do not rush the first signal. Watch what price does next. Does it sweep? Does it reclaim? Does it react from a real zone? Does the context improve? And never, ever, ever feel that you're missing out. There is always another trade if it goes without you. That is the lesson. PulseFlow does not predict trades. It cannot. No signal service can. And if someone tells you they can predict the exact move before it happens, be careful. That is not trading. That is marketing. PulseFlow does something different. It filters the setup and grades the context. It tracks where the setups like this are actually working over time. Because the edge is not seeing the obvious trade. The edge is knowing when the obvious trade is the bait. If this helped, please would you subscribe, like and share. You can watch one of my other videos down there and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye bye.